Yeah, all right. Sure. Scientists in Switzerland announced today they have been able to make mice fart by holding them upside down and tapping them on the stomach with a ballpoint pen. Tragedy struck the parade today as an open manhole claimed the lives of 1,100 marchers, one at a time. The Food and Drug Administration announced this week the following consumer information. Bologna causes night blindness. Tutti Frutti ice cream causes homosexuality. And chicken a la Provençal with truffles and white wine causes brain damage. A man has barricaded himself inside of his house. However, he is not armed and no one is paying any attention to him. A man who was shot in the chest 9 times yesterday and refused treatment died today. Here's a human interest story about man's best friend. It seems that 63-year-old James Driscoll was asleep last week in his downtown hotel room. He awakened to the sound of a dog barking. When he woke, the room was full of smoke and he could not see. The dog led him out of the room, down the hall, and into an elevator shaft where he plunged 8 stories to his death. Seems it wasn't his dog. The results of the blind person's golf tournament have just come in. The winner was Johnny Downing with 1,829 strokes, just enough to beat Larry Powell, who lost any chance he might have had when he took a 312 on the final hole. The Nobel Prize in Mathematics has been awarded to a California professor who has discovered a new number. The number is Bleen, which he claims belongs between 6 and 7. A priest who has performed over 300 exorcisms was eaten today by a green boogeyman. In northern Montana today, a woman was severely injured when she attempted to force breastfeed a wild boar. This morning on a busy downtown street corner, a dog exploded. No one was killed, however, 12 people were overcome by fur. Police estimate that 50 to 60 fleas also lost their lives in the blast. Let me ask you a personal question. Have you ever been making out with someone and one of you has a snot that's whistling? Well, first you got to find out who it is, you know. Then you got to figure out which side it's on. Did you ever have a hatchet go right through your face? You know, I'm talking about a good shot. Right. And it's strange, it's the funniest feeling, because just after the hatchet goes in, before you feel any pain, you feel this blast of cool air in the middle of your brain. I love that. It feels so good, but you know, that's the only way I can attain it, and so I try not to get too hung up on it. Something I think about quite often is the rain dance. If they do a rain dance, wouldn't you have to do rain dance practice first? Wouldn't that come first? Wouldn't you have to have practice? I mean, some guys would have forgotten. Some guys didn't know it. Some guys didn't pay attention last year, you know. You got to have rain dance practice. And what I'm wondering is, if you have rain dance practice, does it rain during practice? And if it doesn't, how do you know if you have it right? And if it does, why bother with the goddamn dance in the first place? Why not, you know, need a little water? Call practice. These are the kind of things I think of when I'm home alone and the television is broken. You know the best thing about living right on the seashore? You only have assholes on 3 sides of you. And if they come from that direction, you can hear them splash. Well, I use that word a lot. Asshole. So do lots of people, you know. Asshole. You asshole. This guy's an asshole. Are you kidding with this asshole over here? What an asshole. What do these assholes think they're doing anyway? All sorts of, it's a great external target for you. It's a great way to express yourself. This kind of asshole, that one. And I've been calling assholes a lot of years, you know. And I've noticed one thing. The amount of an asshole a person is directly proportional to the distance they are away from you at the time you discover this flaw. Someone on TV is really an asshole. Someone in the car is pretty much of an asshole. Someone standing right next to you online, you guy's a real asshole, man. The closer they are, the nicer they get, you know. You ever been talking to someone and a little bit of spit flies off your tongue and lands right on the man's nose? And you say, Jesus, didn't he see that? Then you think, well, maybe he's just a really cool guy. He saw it, but he figures it'll evaporate. He's a science teacher. Talk about little embarrassments. Did you ever go into the doctor's office waiting room and you sit down and it turns out to be one of those cushions that sounds like you farted? Don't you stand up right away and then do it 3 times in a row so they'll all know it wasn't you? Hey, not me. Huh? Cushion sounds like a fart. Hey, no smell, just a cushion, see? Hey, let's not tell the next guy who comes in. Or your stomach begins a conversation with you. Always in a quiet situation, isn't it? Always in a quiet setting. Never has anything to say when I'm out at the rifle range. But you let me get into the dentist's office waiting room. Everyone is quiet. Everyone is in pain. And everyone is reading. And I'm looking through a copy of Molar World myself. And my stomach thinks it's showtime. And starts in with little things like, don't you cough and try to drown it out. Make a lot of noise with a magazine. Push on your stomach and hope the noise will go back near your kidneys. Then it goes. Then it starts in with complete sentences. We have no money for food. We're poor. Don't listen to my stomach. Oh, it doesn't know what it's talking about. And you're just trying to get through the day. The little things await you. Little moments you have to deal with. Do you ever start to belch and then almost puke? It's like a medical emergency. Say, Jesus, I almost puked. Turns out it was a belch, but puke was involved. This was a semi-puke-related belch incident. God, it's an awful feeling, you know. Not just the taste, which is bad enough, but it's the whole idea. Just the idea of the thing that bothers me. You know, I don't know whether I'm almost sick or not. I think, geez, maybe I'm almost sick. Perhaps I shouldn't go out under these circumstances. You know, you wouldn't want to get out and be outdoors somewhere and get sick on some stranger. Better to stay home and get sick on people you love. Because nobody likes to get sick, you know. If being sick were fun, shit, I'd be sick all the time myself. You'd have parties for it. People would say, hey, come on over to the house, we're all going to get sick. You never hear that. It's no fun. But fortunately, for us, we don't get sick right away, all of a sudden. You know, it doesn't happen out of the blue that suddenly you're sick. You're not walking along the street and then... Doesn't happen like that. Usually, before you get sick, there's a little period of time when you don't feel good. And that does come first, doesn't it? Say, hey, what's the matter with you? What, are you sick?
No, I just don't feel good. I don't know what it is, because I'm not sick. But I don't feel right. I feel like I could get sick if I really want to, But I don't want to, and I hope I don't.
Well, that's what he says now, that he doesn't want to get sick. You check that same guy in a half an hour, and you know what he'll be saying?
Geez, I wish I would get sick and get it over with, man.
Finally, you just want to get it over with, don't you? Because almost being sick is worse than actually being sick. After all, once you're sick, shit, you're sick now. Everything's different once you're sick. People treat you nice once you're sick. You don't feel good, you're just a big pain in the ass. People treat you nice once they know you're officially sick. Hey, most places have a different attitude if you're sick. Your city, the place you live, a whole different attitude. Most places have a sanitary code. If you spit on the sidewalk, it's a $50 fine. Vomiting is free. Well, how did they arrive at that price schedule? Wouldn't it seem to you like the bigger the mess, the bigger the fine?
Hey, look at this guy here, $1,500 here.
Hey, leave the guy alone. Can't you see the guy is sick? Go ahead, buddy, it's on the house. Actually, it's on your trousers. And they say you threw up. Check your shoes, looks like you threw down. That's one of them phrases doesn't really mean what it says, God, you don't throw up. If anything, you throw out. If you threw up, you'd have to get out of the way. Being sick doesn't even sound very good. I mean, the sound of the word is bad enough.
Sick. I'm sick. Excuse me, I'm sick.
If you ever want to clear a path in a crowd, that's the way you do it.
Excuse me, I'm sick.
Cripples will get out of your way. Oh. You can be out of the football stadium in 10 seconds with one good loud, excuse me, I'm sick. They'll clear a path to your home. Because don't nobody want no vomit on his pennant.